Let's see here. This sucker is even working. Hello, and welcome to Too Soon to Tell Tuesday. Huh, the camera flipped, huh? Well, how lame is that? Let's see if I can fix this so you guys aren't staring into my PC anymore. It's dusty in there. Hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday morning. Odd time for me to be here, Smoking Swamp Outdoors. Good to see you. I'm going to bust the pop out chat here. Dan H., good to see you. Cat Lady, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I am slacking off here today. Vision Preparedness, good to see you, brother. Thank you, Dan H., I appreciate it. You never know how this thing's going to go. Let me get some more light in here and see if I can completely wash myself out. Come on. Man, listen. Rescue, what's good, my brother? So, this morning, I was looking at a few things here on the PC, and before we get to that old "we all gonna die Wednesday tomorrow," I figured we would just touch base on a few things, just so everybody feels better, just feel a little bit better. So hang on one second here. I'm gonna pull up a little list, and we're gonna read through them. Savagely, good to see you. Southern Tier Prepper, I'm always working. Jules, good to see you, sister. Hope all is well in the frozen north. Give me a year. Give me a year, and somebody's going to have to keep track in the chat here, because I just want to let you guys know about the apocalyptic predictions that have come to pass. You pick the year, and we'll start there, and we'll move forward, and you can tell me how many end times prophecies we have already survived, and how many more are yet to come. We'll get into that near the end of this. Not so frozen, we are melting. Glad to hear it, Jules. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. So somebody pick a year, any year, doesn't matter. And we will discuss the end times prophecies from there on till today. Dan H. says 2000. Roger that, Dan H. Since 2000. Scrolling. Okay, well, we had a bunch of them in the year 2000, believe it or not. There was a lot of end times prophecies in 2K. So we're going to start with James Gordon Lindsay's. He was a preacher that predicted the Great Tribulation would begin before the year 2000. You can check that one off. That's number one. Timothy Dwight IV. He was a 19th century president of Yale University, foresaw Christ's millennium starting by 2000. Another one come to pass, made it through that one. What's this guy? Nazim al-Hagin. He was a Suif Muslim. Skith predicted that the last judgment would occur before 2000. Another one we can check off the list, right? Peter Olivii, 13th century theologian, wrote that the Antichrist would come to power between 1300 and 1340, and that the last judgment would take place around 2000. Well, that's almost three predictions in one right there. So that's a three-year right there. You check those off, no problem. Purple Shoe Crew. We'll get there, Johnny Preps. Isaac Newton, believe it or not. Newton predicted that Christ's millennium would begin in 2000 in his book Observations upon the Prophecies of Daniel and the Apocalypse of St. John. So another one come to pass. Looks like the 2000 was a lot of biblical predictions, apparently. Ruth Montgomery, she was a self-described Christian psychic, predicted that Earth's axis would shift and the Antichrist would reveal himself this year. Well, maybe we ain't just seen him yet. Maybe it's been 25 years and we ain't seen him yet. Who knows? Edgar Casey, the psychic predicted the second coming would occur this year. Another, Christian thing. Sun Myung Moon, the founder of the Unification Church, predicted the kingdoms of heaven would be established this year. Another one. Ed Dobson, pastor, predicted the end of the world in his book, The End, Why Jesus Could Return by AD 2000. Another one. Lester Sumrall predicted, he was a minister, and he predicted the end in his book, Predict 2000. And Jonathan Edwards, 18th century preacher, predicted that Christ's 1,000-year reign would begin this year. So that's 2000. Oh man, 2000 just keeps going. Holy shit. Wow, good choice, Dan H. This is crazy. Okay, so various, it says that this is this was predicted by various people. It says during and before 1999, there was widespread predictions of the Y2K computer bug, right? So we all remember the Y2K thing. Survived it, didn't happen. Let's see. Credonia Merwindi and Joseph Kibwitri. Who are these guys? They had an estimated 778 followers of the movement for the restoration of the Ten Commandments of God. They perished in a devastating fire in a series of poisonings and killings that were either group suicide or an orchestrated mass murder by group leaders after their predictions of the apocalypse failed to come true. That was in January of 2000. God, that's crazy. Tracy K, no, we will be live tonight with the Four Horsemen, but it's too soon to tell Tuesday right now. And we're going through the apocalyptic predictions here this morning and see what we've already made it through. Dan H picked the year 2000, and honestly, Dan, great choice. We're just getting started here. We still have a few months to go through 2000, and then we start jumping ahead in time here. So Jerry Falwell, who foresaw God pouring out his judgment on the world on January 1st, 2000. Tim LaHaith, he and Jerry B. Jenkins, Christian authors, stated that the Y2K bug would trigger global economic chaos and the Antichrist would use to rise to power. He used this date approached, however, they changed their minds. So they saved us. The earth is flat, says TNT. Well, could be, man. Who knows? All my maps are flat, bro. Just saying, all my maps are flat. But my globes, they're all round. I don't know. I'm confused. So that was January 1st, 2000. Then we skip to the 6th of April, 2000. The leader of the true and living Church of Jesus Christ of Saints of the Last Days predicted the second coming of Christ would occur on that day. Maybe it did and we didn't get the memo. I don't know, but you can check another one. Then we skip to May 5th, 2000, Cinco de Mayo, right? The movement claimed, this was the, oh man, some of these names are rough. The Nubian Nation. The movement claimed that the planetary lineup would cause a star holocaust, pulling the planets towards the sun this day. Made it. We did it. Loretta Hooch, good to see you. Let's see. And then we jump to 2001. And I'm butchering these names, man. I'm sorry. Jeep Girl, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in this morning. Little Lone Prepper says Jerry Falwell was a false preacher. He got caught in a sex scandal. I believe it. Most of these, Dan H says 16 in just 2000. See, man, we got so many notches in our apocalypse post. It ain't even funny. So where were we? Tayanita Muhammad, the columnist for the Nation of Islam, predicted the end of the world would occur this year. This is 2001. We're starting now. Nancy Leiter originally predicted the date for the Nibiru collision as May 2003. This was May 27th, 2003. According to her website, Aliens in the Zeta, the star system would collapse and destroy Earth and humanity. Another notch in the survival belt, right? Let's see. October 30th through November 29th, 2003. Aum Shinriko, the Japanese cult who carried out the Tokyo subway sarin attack in 1995, predicted the world would be destroyed by a nuclear war between the 30th of October and the 29th of November 2003. I didn't die. I didn't die. I made it. That's another one. On the 12th of September 2006, now we're jumping 3 years ahead here, the House of Yahweh, Yersaral Hawkins, pastor and overseer of the House of Yahweh, predicted in his February 2006 newsletter that a nuclear war would begin on the 12th of September 2006. Survived another one. Wow, these get pretty deep, guys. Holy shit, I didn't realize there was so many. Let's see, we have 29th of April 2007, Pat Robertson. In his 1990 book, The New Millennium, Robertson suggested that this date as the day of Earth's destruction. Thanks for being wrong, Pat. Appreciate it. We made another one. Then we jump ahead 1 month to May. Pyotr Kuztinov, founder of the True Russian Orthodox Church, predicted doomsday would occur this month. His followers hid in a cave in anticipation of the end, and Kuztinov attempted suicide after his prediction failed to come true. Man, it's rough, huh? Then we jump forward to 2010, to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. That shit sounds pretty serious, right? This magical organization, which existed from 1887 to 1903, predicted the world would end during this year. Made it through 2010. Then we're into the 21st of May, 2011. Harold Camping. He predicted that the rapture and devastating earthquakes would occur on this date, and God taking approximately 3% of the world's population into heaven, and that the end of the world would occur 5 months later on the 21st of October. So I'm assuming that we're going to hear from Harold again. So no rapture, no devastating earthquakes. Made it through another one, right? Holy shit. Ronald Wineland, 29th of September, 2011. Wineland, the founder of the Church of God Preparing for the Kingdoms of God, stated that Jesus would return on this day. After his prophecy failed to come true, he changed the date to the 27th of May, 2012. So we're going to hear from old Ron again, too. Pat shit crazy. What's good, man? XMYC says, I hope they're all wrong. I have big plans. X, so far, I believe Dan H has been keeping track. We survived 16 end times prophecies just in the year 2000 alone. And we are up to the 21st of October, 2011. It's quite a few here. So our odds are looking pretty good. Let's see. Oh, here's Harold Camping again, the 21st of October. His prediction didn't come true. Survived another one, right? Then August through October of 2011. This one says there are various people who predicted the end times coming this period of time between August and October 2011. It says there was fears amongst the public that Comet Elenin, traveling almost directly between the Earth and the Sun, would cause disturbances to the Earth's crust, causing massive earthquakes and tidal waves. Others predicted that Elenin would collide with Earth on the 16th of October. So, didn't get taken out by the comet. Yeah, batshit, changing the dates. That's what they do, man. You're just like the government. Just kick the can down the road. The apocalypse didn't happen today. Sorry, guys. Stick with me. One of these Wednesdays. So, no comet in August through October. We survived that one. Here's old Ronald Wineland again. His revised date of May 27th, 2012. That one didn't happen either. Hey, Grit and Grace, good to see you. How many were on a Wednesday, allegedly? You know what I'm saying, Vision, is probably none of them, and that's why they all got it wrong. Just saying. August the 23rd, 2013. Grigorgio Rasputin. Rasputin was a Russian mystic who died in 1916. He prophesied the storm would take place on this day, where fire would destroy most of life and land, and Jesus would come back to earth and confront. It does say confront, but that's got to be a typo. It says confront those in distress. August 23rd, 2013, made it. April 24th through September 2015. April 2014 through September 2015. John Hague and Mark Blitz prophesied this so-called blood moon prophecy, the first predicted by Mark Blitz in 2008, then John Hague in 2014. These Christian ministers claim that the tetrad in 2014 and 2015 may represent the beginning of the messianic end times. Interesting. Still here, bro. Still here. Not happening. Still going on. Still too soon to tell Tuesday. 23rd of September through the 15th of October, 2017, David Meady, a conspiracy theorist, David Meady predicted that Nibiru would become visible in the sky and would soon destroy Earth. Thanks for being wrong again, David. Appreciate it. And here's another one from him. 23rd of April 2018, after his 2017 prediction failed, Meade predicted the rapture would take place and that the world would end. 23rd of April 2018. Another one. The 9th of June 2019, Ronald Weiland. Weiland had previously predicted the world would end in 2011 and then again in 2012. And now it's June 9th, 2019. And it's We Still Here Wednesday. Go figure. Ronald's been wrong quite a few times. I don't think we should trust in his judgment. Just saying. Who we got next? 2020. Jean Dixon. She predicted that Armageddon would take place in 2020. She had previously predicted that the world would end on the 4th of February, 1962. 2 strikes for Jean. Just saying. Ronnie Braun, good to see you, brother. Then we jump to 2021. F. Kenton B. Shore, an American pastor, based his predictions on the prior suggestions that Jesus would return in 1988. 1948. But he said that the math was wrong and that the date was actually 2021. And apparently his math was still wrong. Yeah, crazy, man. And then that's it. That's it for past predictions. Everything else that's on here is future predictions. Now, if we went back past 2000, I'm sure we could have done a ton more of these. But Dan H was the first one to spit out a year, so we started in 2000. Little Lone Prepper, we actually didn't even touch on the Mayan calendar, so that's another one you can chalk up there. You guys want to get into the future predictions? There's only a handful of them here that will be within our lifetime, potentially 2 exactly. The first one is, it's a pretty close date. It's 2026, right? Dan H says 32. Right on, Dan H. Thank you for keeping track. 32 end times prophecies we have survived since 2000. Incredible, huh? You're more resilient than you know. You've been surviving like the whole time. Cat Lady says, yeah, why not? All right, so 2026, the Messiah Foundation International, in accordance with predictions from Raz Ahmed Ghor Sahi's book, The Religion of God, this spiritual organization believes that the world will end when an asteroid collides with Earth in 2026. That's pretty interesting because heard something about an asteroid coming, right? Totally did. I know I did. I know I did. And then the next one, potentially within our lifetime, is 2060. And that one's from a guy we might know named Isaac Newton. In an unpublished manuscript, Newton made reference to the year 2060, in which 2004 was falsely reported by the mainstream media as the date for the end of the world. Newton was actually predicting a date before which the world would definitely not end in order to calm people's fears about the apocalypse. So it looks like Isaac Newton, even back then, was trying to talk people out of the world ending, and he threw out some crazy number way far down the line, like 2060, just to show people that it was never going to happen. But yeah, that's a lot of freaking end times prophecies from 2000. I mean, if you go back, it gets even bigger. The 90s was out of control. The 80s was pretty nuts. You go back further, and the 70s and the 60s, you get into Charles Manson and Jim Jones. There's a lot of them, a lot of them. So I challenge you guys to, I'm going to copy this list right here. Oh man, where did my chat go? You guys disappeared on me. There you are. So I'm going to add this, boom, to the chat. This is where I got all this information from, the old Wikipedia. And find your date since the day you were born, and see how many end times prophecies you have survived. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. You have to do a little math and keep a little tally, but if you just go through and count up the numbers and you don't really read anything, it goes pretty quick. But it's a blast, man. It's a blast. I love doing that. It gives you a sense of we're going to make it. You know what I mean? So definitely something interesting to tune into. For sure. For sure. I like it. I like it. I enjoy it. It gives me hope to know that all these people running around talking about we all gonna die Wednesday, they just full of shit. Yeah, XMYC, you got to be careful, man. People are living forever nowadays. I mean, we got 300-plus-year-old people here in the good old US of A. So I don't know. Maybe it's the GMO corn keeping them up. Could be. Who knows? Don't make any appointments. Right on, Tony Smith. Yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I hope everybody is safe and having a good day. Again, too soon to tell Tuesday. Are those prophecies going to come true? It's too soon to tell. The asteroid one, maybe. Everything else, man, is just designed to keep you in line. I'm telling you. Vampires, says Johnny Preps. Yeah. You know, I'd rather have something that the movies taught me how to fight than, you know, like another coronavirus or some shit. Because, you know, silver bullets for werewolves and freaking wooden stakes for vampires. I mean, we got that, right? Garlic mirrors, the whole 9 yards, sunlight. I dig it. I dig it. But coronaviruses, shit like that, yeah, just run around with a gas mask on. Little home prepper. Absolutely. The secret to long life is just don't die. Ooh, Duke. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Unfortunately. Caution, falling bankers. But that was just a little touch-in I wanted to do here this morning. Well, I didn't have much going on, and say hello and go over some positive points that we're not going to die. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Do not break the #1 rule of survival, folks. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking die. We keep on keeping on. I will catch y'all tonight, 7:45 p.m. right here on this channel. If you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, you'll get a notification. Maybe YouTube hates us, so maybe not. But tonight, the 4 horsemen ride again. That's right. Myself, the roaming prepper, vision preparedness, and the Livingston man. We're going to do it live. And I hope you join us. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Adios.